You know, a lot of them have been displaced. A lot of them have experienced terrible, awful things. I wouldn't want to mention those things here, but so. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chidima Evelyn, and here on this channel I show you how to cook, I show you how to organize your home, how to do maybe interior design, and this should be my TED Talk series. So welcome back and stay tuned. So in today's video I just want to talk about the word kindness, that topic relating to my own story, right? Many a times in Africa, particularly Nigeria, which I am very conversant with, it's labor is very cheap here, extremely cheap. So we need help with the littlest of things. We need help with basic things that we can do by ourselves. Unlike over there, that you have to pay through your nose to afford the basic things like nanny, for instance, or house help, like housemaid, like many of us call it. So I remember that there was this time I had this particular house help. That should be my second house help ever since I got married. And I am not looking to get a house help because I necessarily need, one, but because I have, as at then, I had two small children, 2 under 2, and I was still working. So I needed somebody to just help me, take care of a few things. Because till today I am up and doing those things they do, I still do them. But I realized that when the very first day I saw her or we met up, it was just love at first sight. I loved her, my husband loved her, and we employed her. And my son at the time, because my first child was a COVID baby, I had him in February of 2020, and he was quite selective of people because he wasn't used to so many people because the world was on lockdown, so people weren't really visiting us like they should. So he was used to just a few of us that he saw on a daily basis for the longest of time. But the minute he set his eyes on this particular girl, he fell in love. He loved her, he accepted her wholesomely, and then that was a sign that, oh, you should take this person. And we started living together. And because I am the last child of my family, I have so much love. That's not the reason, Sha, but I have so much love in my heart that there was no other person, probably I was older than, to share the love with. So I've always shared this love with everybody I come across, right? So I was looking for a sister, not biologically tied, younger, to pamper. So when she came into our lives, I was so very kind to her. Nobody anywhere ever knew she was a housemaid in quotes. I don't like using the word because I feel it's very demoting. I for one wouldn't like to be called that even if I was one. So we're so close. We talked about so many things. I taught her so many things that she knows till today. So when she came to my house, she didn't have a smartphone. She just had like a balasa phone, like a regular small phone. And in no time we got her a phone. And the first thing I encouraged her to do was to download piggy bank because I am a huge fan of saving, right? So over time, she started gaining ground. She became more comfortable and free with me, and then disrespect set in. So that's where I too learned to, call it a boundary. So I learned to, call the boundary that, this at this point, this is it. You're my employee, I'm your employer, so let's respect ourselves. But that's notwithstanding, I was super nice to her. I was extremely kind to her, and maybe there are times I would have offended her, and then she would think something evil about me. But because of my niceness, I'm sure she didn't do anything. But that's not the bottom line. The bottom line here is I have always been a fan or an advocate for treating people nicely, of being kind. I am not a fan of maltreatment. So what does it stop you from being kind to somebody who lives in your house? You feed your children appropriately, very well. You feed well as well, you and your household. Why don't you feed the person? That person is officially a member of your household. So if you have the love of God in your heart, there is no way you would, dish out food to others joyfully and give her crumbs or give him crumbs. No, that person is somebody else's child. If things were okay from where they are coming from, right, they wouldn't be in your place. Now, talking about this issue of kindness, I am very particular about some of them who have had terrible experiences in life while growing up, maybe due to their geographical location. In Nigeria, for people living in the north, a lot of them have been displaced. A lot of them have experienced terrible, awful things. I wouldn't want to mention those things here, but some of them have seen their loved ones being, being unalived, and the scene is terrible. So some of them are stuck with PTSD and they don't even know what it is, right? So sometimes when they come to you, they are coming to you because they are running away from danger. And it can only take you being an empathetic person to actually understand where they are coming from. They could appear to be rude, but in reality, they may not be rude. Like when you get close to them and ask them, ask to know what the problem is, you realize that these guys are suffering from PTSD and they don't know what it is. Sometimes they could just sit by themselves and they are lost in thoughts. And you're sitting so close to them, you can call them 1,000,000 times. This person, you call the name, Mr. A, hey, and they're not responding. Why? Because their mind is not there. They are already lost. Probably they are trying to, recall what happened or reliving what happened years back while they were so and so age, So most of them have not had nice experiences. I know that some of them are actually very wicked, just like with every other person, But we need to be extremely kind to people who live with us. Reason being that eventually we're all gonna die. So why are you being wicked? Why? It doesn't pay to be wicked. Treat them nicely, if not for anything, for posterity's sake. They may not pay you back with kindness, it doesn't matter. So it is nice, it is recommended that you have that kindness instilled in you. See, even if you are not born with kindness, after seeing this video, my darling, please just go look at the mirror, look at yourself in the mirror, stand in the mirror and tell yourself, today I choose to wear kindness. Going forward in my life, I will be kind. Because it takes more effort to be wicked than to be kind. You are not better than them at all. So you're just more privileged than they are, but you're not better than them. So I know that sometimes, you find extremely terrible ones that could lie so much, maybe want to molest your children and all of that. So when you see the signs, please do not employ them. It's as simple as ABC. But when you employ that particular one that would give you peace of mind and would cooperate with you, you would enjoy them. So I've come to the end of my TED talk today. So my take home is to be kind. It takes you just very little effort to be kind. You don't have to force it. You don't have to put in extra effort or too much energy or power, right? So until next time that I see you, bye.